Oh, yeah!
Yeah, baby, yeah!
But wait! There's more!
Yeah, baby. 150. Yep, took me 15 years, but I got the 150 volume of the latest comic book pickups. Finds, you know. Anyhow, it took me this long, and this volume is really a special one because it's probably one of my best volumes that I've had, and one of the biggest for 2025, because I picked up 3 big key first appearances. 3. And it's all thanks to Mile High. Now, if you watched, I think last month, I posted that they had the big freeze sale that happened in in January, and I ordered and I made a mistake there. Well, in February, Chuck had his 70th birthday sale, and I said, well, I'm gonna check it out. So the first week or 2 of February, I'm scrolling through going through the site, and I'm like, some of this stuff looks really good, and I'm like, and I was like stumbling on the first appearances. I was like, crap, I can get that for really cheap, even though it's not primo great condition, but some of this stuff I could just actually have to, until I get a better copy eventually one day. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and show off some of the stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and show off all 16 issues, because I made an order in the first week of February, and I didn't get it until, the first week of February. I didn't get it until like the 3rd week. And then I finally got the next order the first week of March. So I'm just sitting down now. This is coming to you in April, so you're getting to see this finally. So, except Chris. Chris got to see the second order when he came by my house. But, well, let's go ahead and show some of this stuff off. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 magazines. 6 magazines. And 2 of them is Starlog. The first one is Starlog number 167 with Suburban Commando and Hulk Hogan, and Doctor Who with John Petrie. This is one of the reasons I picked it up, was the Suburban Commando and John Petrie. Plus it has Robin Hood and Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. So this is a really nice issue of Starlog, and it's kind of a shame that Starlog is no longer around. That's one of the things I miss, Starlog being gone. Another one I picked up from Starlog, and this is only picked up 2 because I was trying to find cheap magazines. I didn't really want to pay an arm and a leg for cheap, expensive magazines, and 2 that I really wanted. And this one is Starlog number 183, The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I'm trying to get that little, yeah. I don't know if anybody remembers The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Danny DeVito speaks. This was him as Penguin. Yeah, this is a nice little early 90s. And back then, magazines was $4.95. Can you imagine that? Now magazines are like 15 or 20 bucks. I saw that new Mario Time Life one, and they was wanting $15 for that magazine. I'm like, no way, I can't afford that. Maybe if I can find it on sale somewhere. It'd be nice if Cheap Thrills could ever get it, and I could just use a coupon, because I found one of my coupons I can use. Now we're gonna get into some classic Doctor Who magazines, and I was going through, and I picked out 4 Doctor Who magazines that I liked, and I'm a big Doctor Who fan. Eddie will tell you, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I've watched almost all the Doctors. The classic Doctors is my favorites. Tom Baker, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee. It's Hartnell. All those are classics. So I went through and I picked up some good Doctor Who. So one of the ones I picked up early is Doctor Who 103, and yes, that poster is in there. I looked for it. the poster of the Renegade Time Lord. The Sixth Doctor was not well received. Colin Baker had some major heat. Because his first appearance, he just tries to choke Perry here. It didn't go that well, you know. It didn't really go that solid. Another issue of Doctor Who magazine I got is number 84, and this one is Peter Cushing in the movies of Doctor Who. I think he did 1 or 2 movies of Doctor Who, and the movies are separate continuity and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a great cover. I like this cover of Peter Cushing. I like that. That's a really nice cover. And like I said, these were cheap. These were in the, you know, I was trying to go through and find me some cheap Doctor Who's. Okay, I got issue 105 with, I think the bookmark is in there too. Free Doctor Who bookmark. This one, like I said, Colin Baker, he really, you know, the costume didn't help. The rainbow costume, because somebody said that he pulled out a black costume, like a duller color one, and he's like, no, we're going to go with this, and it just, you know, I think in the Big Finish audio stuff, his costume was changed to be darker and stuff. But yeah, this was only this one little spot. Like I said, I was trying to find cheap Doctor Who magazines. I'm a Doctor Who fan, and this one I was really happy to find because this one was really nice. This is issue number, I think, 95. Yeah, I think this is 95, and it is 95. This one is the 5 Doctors. Well, 4 of them. The tale behind that is Tom Baker didn't want to do it, and they basically used old scene shot for one of the things that he never did do, and they basically, you gotta forget that audio. It gets loud for some weird reason, but yeah. But Patrick Troughton, Pertwee, Davison, and William Hartnell had passed in the early 70s, so they had another old man play him. Now, if you're seeing Marvel right here, Marvel did have Doctor Who magazine. They ran Doctor Who magazine for a number of years, and they basically they got bought out by the company that was with them over there in the 90s. And they still put out Doctor Who magazine, but it's just too expensive for me to ever get. I don't pay that much for magazines. I won't do that. But yeah, I won't pay that much for magazines. I like Doctor Who, but I won't pay, I think it's like 10 or 12, maybe $15 now for an issue of a magazine. It's just too insane, man. It's just too pricey. Now we're going to get to the comics. And like I said, at the end of this, you're going to see, man, 3 great first appearances. Now, I went ahead and got me some cheap books. They had some more in the 90s issues, cheap. I think these were under $1. I got Daredevil 341. You can see Daredevil there. Not a really big issue. I just want to fill in some runs here. I've got almost all the 90s Daredevil. I got issue 338 of Daredevil. The art really wasn't that kicking on this one, but this is during the black and red phase of Daredevil, where he had the black and red bulletproof costume, I believe, and it really wasn't well received. The black and red wasn't well received, and he had changed his name after Fall from Grace to Jack Batlin, and finally they just resolved it after like 20-some issues and had him return as Matt Murdock. It was during that era where everything was changing with superheroes. Superheroes were changing their costumes, dying, new mantles for new characters, different things. But, yeah. Moving on. I did get an issue of Avengers back in I think this is the late 70s, to fill in a run, to fill in a hole I had. And I needed issue 180 of Avengers. So I went ahead and got this one to fill in for it. It's not a key. There's nothing important. It's just an issue that was in a run that I have. And I have like from in the early 70s all the way to 1996 of Avengers. So I just need to get this issue. And I'm going to work my way back. I'm trying to get all the Avengers issues from 100 on, then work my way back eventually. Long range goals. Richard goals. ECW fan goals. Collector goals. Anyhow, I got me some another cheap 90s issue, and this one is a little nice one. It is a Captain America issue, and this one is, I believe this is the end of the arc or near the end of the arc of Capwolf. It's Capwolf versus Cable. Yes, the iconic Capwolf versus Cable. And this one, like I said, a lot of these 90s issues was under $1. And I went ahead and just went through and just check marked them as I went, you know. Because I was wanting to get my runs filled in of the event of Captain America and Daredevil. I'm trying to, you know, have a library of runs, basically, on titles like that. Now, I did pick up 2 issues of Hellblazer. Because like I said, that's my long range goal, is to fill in Hellblazer. Get their whole 300 issues eventually. And he had some cheap ones. This was Hellblazer number 15. I needed this one. And then I had Hellblazer number 61. With this classic iconic cover. Yeah. Love John Constantine. Love the Vertigo series. I hate that, you know, I know that DC, I think DC's bringing Vertigo back. I wish they would start with 301 and just resolve that plot with John being stuck. You know, you could work that plot out and just give us the Vertigo Hellblazer again, you know. That title's really good. Now, a more recent issue I picked up from a couple years ago, this actually finishes an arc for me. Because I had quit comics. I didn't want to drive an hour into Virginia to get comics. I basically had decided, you know, I'm done with comics. It's the last shop in Beckley had went down due to the COVID and the shipping and all that stuff that changed. DC had changed their shipping to Luna, and I was like, I could order online, but I was kind of getting to the point where I was getting tired of comics, modern comics, and rather than get on here and bitch and moan and complain that everything's changed and it ain't good, I was like, well, just walk away from it. You know, you like Batman, just get the back issues of Batman as you go. Just get the back issues of Batman and you'll be content. And I was like, oh, I'll do that at shows and stuff. So this was a Batman special. It was Batman, the 3 Jokers. I have 1 and 2, but I never got 3 because by that time I didn't feel like driving down, and that was the 3rd one. Now, brace yourselves. Brace yourselves, folks, because these 3 first appearances are rocky. Now, this one is not in great shape. This one, it was cheap enough that I got it off the Mile High store. It was cheap with some of the issues I picked up. Like I think it's coming the 1st of February, and I ordered. And I was like, okay, because it was averaging like, I think I paid maybe $8 to $10 for it by the time it averaged out, maybe less, because I was trying to, you know, keep my orders low. It is Detective Comics 311, the first appearance of Catman. And I'm going to upgrade this one day. And you can see the wear on it. You can see the wear. You can see the cover up there. This was in fair shape. This was not in great shape. But from the price I paid for it, this gives me the issue that I needed and the first appearance of Catman. I said it in the last volume. I said, if I could ever find that Catman, I'm going to get it. I have achieved it. I dreamed it, and I achieved it. That's damn sure, man. I feel like when I picked up that first phrase, how good, when I looked at the camera and I told y'all, it's true. It's real. It's damn real, like Kurt Angle. I need to do that again. Now, these next 2, oh man, they are in primo shape. Now, there's one spot on one, but it's not as like the Catman. I can handle it. And, God, man, I can't believe I still got this last one, but I'm going to show you the one before it. And it's Marvel Premiere number 47. The first Scott Lang is Ant-Man, baby. I've been looking for this book for a long while, and I've come close on deals for it at times. One shop down in Virginia, I I drove down and I was going to try to make a deal on it, but the guy was just a little bit too expensive at the time. And I'm happy I waited, because when I averaged out the price on it, on that sale with Chuck, on his birthday sale, oh yeah. But this one has been what I've wanted a while. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty, the last one, the final one. It's the final countdown. Oh yes. And well, Chris knows what this is because he's seen it. It's Avengers number 48, the first Black Knight. I have Dane Whitman's first appearance, but I don't have the first. I needed the first Black Knight, and I know Eddie's got this. And Chris told me he had it and he got rid of it. I think he got it. I think Eddie got it off Chris, but I needed this one. I needed this one bad. And see, I become a Black Knight fan in the 90s under Bob Harris. Yeah, I know it's crazy as hell. Why would somebody like Bob Harris's work on that? Why would somebody seriously want to listen to Bob Harris? I'll read that book, you know, because that Avengers run wasn't well received at times. But man, I became a fan of the Black Knight, man, with the jacket, and the light beard, and riding the robotic Pegasus and the energy sword. I mean, he just looked badass, you know. And nothing against this look, but the Black Knight I remember was going to be the leather jacket wearing guy. He's going to be rocking the leather jacket and carrying the energy sword and fighting, you know. That's my Black Knight. So, sorry, Eddie. Me and Eddie disagree on this, but I got, you know, I'm hoping one day that Marvel brings the Black Knight back. They got the perfect actor for him. The guy from Game of Thrones. It's just, man, I think it's Kit Harington. They just basically screwed him in that movie, that Eternals movie. It's just like, people want, I mean, the Eternals movie was boring. What they needed was a human character in that movie, to humanize, to be at risk in that. And that's why I said Black Knight should have been in that movie. He should have, you know, he should have been, instead of in the end, the first part, and in the end sequence. No, and I don't even know if he'll be back or not, but I'm hoping he is. And like I said, that was my haul. 150 great ones. I don't know if I'll do any more of this. I have seen that the sale is going on into the 1st of March. So I've got, you know, the first week of March. So who knows? I might. I mean, it's worth, you know, checking. I would love to finish a run, like Kirby's Forever People. I need 2 issues from the 70s series to finish that. Maybe some Commandi. I'd like to finish one of those 70 series. But then I was like, man, you know, maybe some Swamp Thing. You know, it's like I've got issues back in 149 where I picked up books. So I'm trying to avoid temptation here. I would love to average it out and get cheap stuff, but we'll see. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for watching all 150 volumes if you have been around. Thank you for liking and supporting the channel. I know I'm not a popular YouTuber, but hey, I do appreciate those who do watch, that do comment. So drop me a line, tell me what you think if you want to. Till next time, I'm still in awe, buddy. First Black Knight, first Scott Lang as Ant-Man. Man, I feel jacked. Thanks for watching. Keep on reading, folks.